Okay guys, so as you can tell by the title, we're going to be doing a little bit of a transformation inspired look. So I want to do a 90s vibe inspired makeup, hair, all the other stuff. So I did put the wig on before I started. There's a whole separate video of me struggling to get this wig to look a specific way because this is a synthetic unit. So I'm going to be posting that video shortly, so it'll be up after this one, so you can always click in the iCards right here and check that out. So for today's look, we're going to be doing outfit, hair, makeup. So for the makeup, we're going to just do 90s inspired makeup. This actual outfit and hair and whole vibe inspiration is from Pam from Martin. Hopefully I can put the picture right here so you guys can see the vibe that I'm going for, so you can understand how I'm about to do my makeup. So in this picture, I forgot that I don't even have my mic on right now. Okay, so the mic is on now, so you should be able to hear me a lot better and clearer. First things first is eyebrows, and in this picture, Pam's eyebrows aren't like super thin, which I was surprised by because I thought they were going to be extra thin, but they aren't. They're just not as bushy as mine, but I'm not cutting off my eyebrows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw them, fill them in, and then I'm going to conceal them so that they are just a tad bit not as bushy. So I'm just going to go in, and they're not like today's Instagram brows where they're like super perfect, and no, they're just like, here's my brows. To me, they don't look like they have a lot of makeup or anything in them. I'm just going to fill in my brows. That's it. I'm not going to fill them in anymore. Brush it through, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to conceal them with a skin tone concealer. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer, and this is in the color Deep Cinnamon. I doubt you guys can see that. So I'm just going to put a dollop on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to dab it in there. I'm going to go along the perimeter of my eyebrows just to clean up some of the hair that we don't need. Eyebrows are done. So first we're going to be priming with the Pretty Fresh primer from ColourPop. It's a hyaluronic acid primer, so it's like a moisturizing primer. I do have oily skin, but I find that I like to use this under my mattifying primer, and it works great for my skin. And then I like to go in with my mattifying primer, and the mattifying primer I like to use is the Revlon Photo Ready Pore Perfecting Primer. I take like a pump of that. I want to put that on my nose and right here on my cheeks, a little on my forehead, but mainly on these areas because this is where I get super oily, and I find that this really helps with the oils. And now that I have that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to conceal under my eyes. As you can see, around my eyes look a little dark for whatever reason. So I'm just going to put 2 dots right here. And I'm going to get my super dark marks because I don't think I'm going to be putting on a heavy layer of foundation. So I like to conceal before I get into that and kind of blend out the spots. Just a flat top brush. Now that we've done that and we look crazy, I'm going to go with the foundation I'm going to be using today is the Milani Conceal Imperfect 2-in-1 foundation. And we're just going to use 1 pump at first, and then we'll go in with any extra areas where we think we might need more coverage, just because in the 90s I feel like they use foundation, obviously, yeah, I saw that, but I don't feel like it was as beat as we use it now. I feel like it was more like what I'm going to try to create here, just like giving you the like a nice light coverage. I know I'm using a high coverage foundation, but that's because I have scarring. If you're someone that has doesn't have a lot of scarring, you could probably get away with like a BB cream or something like that. I'm gonna go in with my big foundation brush. I'm just gonna push this into my skin. I find that when I first put on this foundation, it looks really orange, but that should even out. I don't think that we need any more coverage, actually. I think we're pretty good as far as coverage goes. Like, it's not crazy full coverage, but like I said, I don't think that that's the 90s look anyway. Okay, so now I'm going to be going with my concealer, and the concealer I'm going to be using today is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer, and this is in the color 410. And this one we're just going to dot underneath the eyes and maybe down the nose a little bit. I don't think it was like a heavy contour area, so I'm going to try to use a heavy highlight and contour area. So I'm just going to use a little bit, not a little bit, but I'm not going to overdo the concealer, because they were definitely doing their highlights and lowlights back in the 90s, in case you didn't know. But they weren't doing it as, I think, as exaggerated as we may doing it now. It's pretty much a 90s makeup look is like a soft glam, like a Naomi, who's Naomi? Like a Naomi Campbell, kind of like how her makeup used to look and stuff like that. Like Pam, which is who I'm using right now. Like Pam, you can tell Pam had on makeup, but it was not very like an overbeat face. And now we're going to set this. So I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills powder, and this is in Deep Peach. It's just like their translucent powder that they have. And I'm going to go in, this is just for like underneath my eyes and like everywhere like I kind of highlighted. And we're going to just take a light layer and we're just going to set it. No major baking or anything, just literally dab into the sponge into the powder and then wipe off the excess. Just pat it on my highlighted areas. And now that we've done that, we're going to go in with a regular setting powder that's not translucent, so a pressed powder. This is the Black Radiance pressed powder in Cafe. I'm going to just take a regular fluffy blending brush and we're just going to pat and then rub. So we're going to pat it right here, and then we're going to do this. So pat and then slightly rub it in. Well, not rub it, but buff it, I should say. We're going to put this all over the face, even on top of where we just put that translucent powder, just to give us a nice, even base. I didn't do like my regular harsh like cream contour because I feel like, again, even though they made contour and stuff, it wasn't harsh like that. So I'm going to go in with my contour kit from Black Radiance, and I'm going to go in with the Sculpt color in the middle. I want to just do one pass, and we're just going to kind of use this kind of sort of like a bronzer where it's not too heavy, but we're still using it. So we'll just dab off the excess and just kind of bronze up the face. Because Pam's face was definitely, like, she had a little something, but I wouldn't say it was like a super harsh contour. I'm going to hit the chin first and just bronze underneath here. Bronze up the nose a little bit. Again, not a hard nose contour kind of vibe. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my forehead that is now underneath this thing. This picture is not the greatest quality, so I can't really tell exactly how Pam's eyelids are, but I'm going to assume that they don't have a lot going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking my Nubian palette by Juvia's Place, and I'm going to go in with this color right here, which you can see is a favorite of mine. And I'm just going to put that kind of pretty much all over my lid. I'm going to start with the crease first and just brush it on my actual lid. Just like start right here and then brush it on the lid. And I'm going to go in with this darker color too, which is right here. Hope you guys saw that because that was a weird angle to do that. I'm just going to just right on the edges. Again, nothing too harsh, but just something light on the edges. Just to kind of shape my eyes better. Now we're going to set my eyebrow hairs because they're wilding right now. So what I'm going to use to do that, I have the ColourPop Brow Boss gel, and this is their clear version. They have colors, but I felt like the darker color would have been too dark. I think they have one that's pretty much like almost black. But I'm going to use this to kind of shape up my brows because you can see they are all over the place. Because that's just how my brows naturally are. Can't do nothing about that. So I'm just going to put that on there. And then what I like to do is I go back in with the brush from the brow pencil because it's a little bit thinner and it's a little bigger, I should say. And I kind of comb the brow product through my brows, and now my brows are nice and set. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some eyeliner. I'm going to do a tight line. I'm going to try to tight line the top and the bottom, but my eyes like to tear up, so it might be difficult. Okay, that's enough. I can feel it tearing up already. When it comes to eye stuff like this, my eyes just don't mess with it. I don't know why. So yeah, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my mascara because I know they probably did wear lashes, but this picture, I don't feel like she has on falsies, but I could be wrong because I wasn't there, so I don't know, but I feel like the 90s vibe is more like mascara versus falsies, or really, really like short, wispy falsies. And I don't have any of those right now, so the lashes I got are not, they're wispy, they're not short. I was born in 92, so I'm a 90s baby, but I wasn't an adult in the 90s, so I don't really have a clue of how their makeup was. But based on my pictures, like my mom and my aunts and stuff like that, they wasn't doing a lot. They weren't doing a lot. Even I think this is a lot, but because this is how I do my makeup now, I'm kind of like using my makeup, what I do now, I'm kind of like revamping it. And last but not least, I am going to highlight, but I'm not going to highlight a ton. So I'm going to do like a swish, dab it off, because this highlighter this is the same Black Radiance palette. It isn't a lot because I feel like they did the dewy skin look, but not crazy. Like I feel like this is more than enough. Today I would do like 3 more layers of that, but yeah. And then I'm gonna spray my face. I'm gonna cover my eyes because I just put on my mascara, or I'm gonna try not to get it in my eyes because I feel like my mascara will run if I do so. Just because I feel like, again, they were into like the dewy. I'm gonna spray my sponge with the setting spray. I wanted to try that, where you spray the sponge and then like dab it into your face instead of spraying your face directly. I feel like that's a thing that I saw someone do. Okay, so for the hair, I kind of went for something straight with a little bit of body. I'm trying to cover up the fact that that part is not glued down. Anyway, but yeah, so went for something straight and cute. And then for the clothes, I believe I bought these clothes from Shein. So with the 90s look, like people wear that now pretty much, and that's what I think. So it was very easy for me to find a 90s vibe. Like literally I found pretty much the full outfit that she had on. So the first thing I got was these denim jeans. They're high-waisted, like mom jeans. These look really big, but they only came in like large, small, medium, and I got a medium, and now I'm starting to think I should have got a small, but we'll see when I put them on. I totally forgot to do my lipstick. For my lips, I'm gonna be going in with a brown lipstick, which is, I wear this all the time. This is a Tarte lip paint, and this is in the color Grunge, and I just feel like 90s lips is brown lips. Pam has a brown, but not this brown. Let's get back to the clothes. So I showed you guys the jeans that I got. For the belt, again, I got this on Shein, and this one is, I believe this one is a double. This one is double because I couldn't find the single buckle. So like when you put it on, it looks like it's like a double buckle. So, but Pam has on one similar to this, but she has on a single buckle. So this is as close as I can get. And I really, really like this belt. I will definitely be wearing this belt outside of this video. So I got it. And then for her, she had on what looked like a very nice, expensive bralette bustier kind of thing. And it looked super nice. It had padding. It was pushing the girls up. Everything. So I got a white bralette, like I was saying before my camera cut out. It is not as quality as the one that Pam has, but it's similar. It's lacy. It has some padding. So we're going to be putting this outfit on, and we're going to give you guys a whole vibe. And she had on a white, what looks like a button-up. So I'm just gonna take one of my random white button-ups and put that over this entire outfit, and we're gonna bring it all together. We're gonna get cute. Yeah.